Welcome to Kids for Kids Academy. We are so excited to be recognized by the Florida Department of Health for our exemplary farm to early care and education nutrition program. Our Smart Start Healthy Initiative provides our students with organic meals cooked on site in our school kitchen. Research tells us that children who grow their own vegetables learn to love them and in turn eat more vegetables. We have found this to be true at Kids for Kids Academy. Our Farm to Table Garden program provides opportunities for all of our children ages 1 to 8 to plant in our school garden and enjoy tasting the fruits of their labors. This year, our students tasted peppers, broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, lettuce, and tomatoes, picked by our own students and prepared on site in our very own kitchen. Our older kids also perform field studies in the garden. They integrate math and science skills using the garden as their outdoor classroom. Come along with me and take a stroll to our garden and get a closer look on how we use our garden as our outdoor classroom as we teach healthy habits early on. Studies show that kids who grow their own vegetables eat more vegetables. At Kids for Kids Academy, preschoolers plant in raised beds and inside concrete blocks. Each class plants, decorates, and tends to their own bed. Plants are watered using recycled rainwater collected in rain barrels. Students use the garden as their outdoor classroom. They complete field studies to count, measure, weigh, and compare data as they practice simple math skills. Hi, we're coming to you live from our garden in Kids for Kids Academy. Our 4-year-olds are doing field studies in the garden.
Let's see.
They are counting how many green peppers
There are
they
5
have.
green peppers, guys.
Take a peek.
I can see.
They're huge.
In this line, we're gonna write 5.
Huge
Look,
green
guys.
peppers in the garden. They just finished counting the tomatoes over here. They counted how many red and how many green. Our cauliflower is coming in nicely here.
Look at the 5. Excellent. What about yours?
Let me try to square.
Next
Okay. We have more peppers
Very good.
here in the boats.
Perfect.
Now you're going to be counting how many red tomatoes are on that line.
We're also counting how many lettuce plants we have. And then they are measuring the distance across the broccoli. In future explorations, they will be looking at these red peppers that are not red yet, but they are starting to turn to red. Lots of peppers here. They're also going to measure the length of the peppers. They have their watering cans set up. We get all of our water from the rain in these rain barrels. Next time they come, they are going to count how many heads of cabbage. They're going to add how many in the first bed to how many in the second bed to get a total. Then they're going to come over to our 3 broccoli beds. They will count how many in each bed and come up with the total. They will also measure the distance across the broccoli, count how many leaves. They'll also look at our hibiscus. They'll identify the color of the hibiscus and count them. Then they will count the number of coleus and marigolds that we have. So lots of math going on in our outdoor garden. Here are Kids for Kids. They also looked at our mutant tomato plant. They looked at the tape measure. They were able to see that it is 60 inches high. And then they went in and counted all of the red and green tomatoes. They're going to come over here to plant E. They're going to measure the height And also count how many tomatoes. Thanks for joining us. Over a 6-week period, students visit the garden several times a week. They water their plants and observe. Through their observations, they complete field studies. Some of the items completed in the field studies include counting the green and red tomatoes, counting the number of peppers in the bed, looking at the yellow flowers that will soon become peppers. The students will also use a tape measure to measure across the broccoli, as well as the height of the tomato plants and the height of the peppers. Also, students will draw pictures from plants in the garden and count the number of lettuce heads, cabbage heads, and use counting cubes to complete math problems to find the total number of plants in each bed. We had a bountiful harvest. Our students picked lettuce, tomatoes, broccoli, cauliflower, and peppers. Our cook, Miss Maria, prepared them in the kitchen, and the students loved tasting them. Look at all the delicious things we grew in our garden at Kids for Kids Academy. At Kids for Kids Academy, our Smart Start Healthy Initiative and our organic meal and garden program teaches children healthy habits from the start.